I just got here.
All right. And now we are live. We got some Barbados love happening right over here. We actually just interviewed Kimberly a few minutes ago.
She used to work with Gabriel about a decade ago.
Really?
That's how she got into crypto, yeah.
Wow. So Gabriel is really the man. As you know, if you follow me, which you probably do if you're watching this, we were at his house a month or two ago, and I was just telling our friend here, Alexia, and we met Alexia Hefti like 5 years ago at a conference, and she goes, "Well, yeah, that's my husband. You're at my house." So interesting. I know you guys, your husband at least, has been very involved in Liberland. There's a lot of different intersecting points that we have. So just to start out, as normally, I have with me here Alexia Hefti. She is the chairman of Abed Group. We're here at the Agora Blockchain Conference, focused on metaverse, and we've just been catching up. And let's do an interview. She agreed, so here we are. So thanks so much for coming on. Tell me a little bit about the Abed Group and what brought you here to the Congress.
Absolutely. So I'm chairman and partner at the Abed Group. We are a venture studio, accelerator, incubator of blockchain companies. I believe we are the biggest in the Caribbean right now, focusing on blockchain companies. We're ultimately a family business as well. We're launching a private equity fund in 2 weeks, but we really focus on RegTech. So we have 13 companies focus on solving governance challenges. We work with governments, we work with regulators, and ultimately our focus is how do we make citizens' lives better. So everything from central bank digital currency to building settlement systems for CBDC to asset-backed stablecoins or basket of asset-backed stablecoins for trade, for national economies. We're touching all of it. And of course the metaverse is an aspect as well. We take the regulatory tech angle. So, right now we're working with several governments on DAO regulatory frameworks as well as touching metaverse as well. So a lot of different stuff, but always, with governance at the core.
Well, it's amazing, in Dubai or in the UAE, anything's possible. They're actually in Abu Dhabi. That's where most of the government in this area is. Wonderful place. Thanks for having me over, by the way. And it's interesting as the different countries are developing how metaverse really is really so important. So, and I know you guys are really developing the tech in there in the Barbados. Is that where the Abed Group is headquartered, and how do you see that developing?
Absolutely. So we are based in Barbados. We have made a commitment to Barbados to develop the industry for blockchain and fintech more broadly. So all of our companies are set up there. We work with the government to bring in frameworks to help businesses move forward. But ultimately, we're also based here in the UAE. The UAE is an incredible nation. The frameworks that are already in place, the excitement of the government and the capital that's going into the projects really make it an amazing place for us to bridge Barbados, the Caribbean, and the Middle East. So ultimately for us, although our projects are set up and based in Barbados, our teams are there, we are also ultimately working towards, developing good relationships with the Middle East and ultimately bringing our products here as well, which is something that we're working on.
Amazing. I just want to put that inside of your hand because I don't know if it's giving anything, but I don't want it to. And so Gabriel, her husband, is the ambassador of Barbados to Dubai, if I said that correctly.
To the UAE.
To the UAE, that's right. That's what I meant. And actually working with other countries in the MENA region as well. So very important spot that you guys have. And I don't know how much we talk about on camera or not, but you guys just went through some political things, I feel like, in Barbados as well.
We did. I mean, our Prime Minister, Mia Motley, won again as Prime Minister. She by a landslide. Won every seat. She's incredible. She's coming here to the UAE in a month for the Expo 2020 National Day. So each country has a special day at Expo, which is the World Fair, to showcase themselves, the best of the best. And so the Prime Minister is actually going to come here, meet with the government and meet with investors across the Middle East to continue to forge ahead on building relationships between the United Arab Emirates and Barbados.
Well, they're such great people to work with. I've been coming here for over 5 years now. And I told my friend Dr. Marwan, who was just on stage, that during Expo 2020, the World Fair, I am going to come and showcase you guys as much as possible. It's been so great to us and able us to make ourselves a great, it's very profitable to be here. And we're going to come and showcase the kingdom as much as possible. So if we can, I know, of course, you have the Abed group, and I'd like to swing back to that. But first, what are the advantages that if corporations are looking at incorporating, what are some of the advantages of incorporating in Barbados?
Oh, Barbados. So Barbados is, of course, the ease of doing business. I thought you were going to say the UAE, so I had both ready for you. But Barbados is an amazing nation. You've got incredible people, incredibly educated, which is a huge benefit, as well as a lot of compliance and legal experts there as well. So you've got people who have the know-how, specifically in the space of fintech and blockchain. We've been building up the ecosystem, so you'll have access to, the lawyers, the people who understand crypto ultimately. In addition, you have a regulator who is open and willing to listen and take time to be there and hear about the different ideas that you have. So we currently have a couple of companies with applications at the regulatory sandbox, which is run collaboratively between the Financial Services Commission and the Central Bank of Barbados. And so it's been incredible to have these companies that are essentially doing things that you haven't heard of yet. And ultimately having the regulator get on a call with us nearly every single week, understanding what it is that we're doing to help us launch these businesses in what is essentially a regulatory vacuum, because the regulation doesn't exist yet. So, we're very happy setting up in Barbados. All of our companies are set up there. We do that for a reason, and we're so happy to be there. So if you ever have any questions, let us know. We're happy to put you in contact with the right people. But Barbados is also fantastic from a tax perspective, has a huge double tax treaty network, which is, of course, is incredibly important to a lot of individuals and investors.
Well, if you're successful at what you're doing, obviously those words are very important here. Those things are important. So, and I know it's a beautiful island as well. So then we switch, of course, to your hat with the Abed Group. You're here at the Agora Congress. What is your main objective here?
So actually, I got called in just about 12 hours ago to come speak at this conference. So ultimately, I was asked to speak a little bit about what we're doing at the Abed Group, as well as represent my husband and what he's doing at the Metaverse Embassy.
Awesome.
Which was the first country, Barbados is the first country in the world to establish a Metaverse Embassy. It's incredibly important. It represents something that is valuable for emerging market economies. And so, I'm here as well to chat a little bit about that.
Well, that's amazing. And, what a visionary you both are. And I know they have a really cute young child as well. So that must be so fun.
It is very fun.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. And my husband is indeed a visionary. He is, jumping from central bank digital currencies to Metaverse embassies to probably 100 ideas you've never heard of.
Right.
But what's amazing at the Abed Group is that we ultimately incubate those ideas. We take those, we run them through a process, and we launch companies out of the very exciting ideas that him and the rest of the team comes up with.
Awesome. So one last question, and then I'll let you go. What is the Metaverse representation of the embassy look and feel like? How do people experience that?
Sorry,
the Metaverse representation of the embassy?
So it's currently being built.
Okay.
So currently today, it's not there yet, but it is currently being built. And in the interim, we are launching next month our physical embassy in the UAE as well, because it is so critical to have both physical and virtual today.
It is. They match up. So, all right. Well, fantastic. What's a website? How do people find you?
You can find me Alexia Hefti on LinkedIn. You can find me on Twitter. Same thing.
And then you have a Abed Group.
Alexia at Abed.com.
Abed.com.
Abed, just loop in, yeah.
Abed. Okay, well, thank you so much for coming on. It was so good to catch up on camera. Make sure you tell Gabriel we send our best.
I will.
And we'll see him. We were just in Abu Dhabi, so we'll